hold on, let me give it up for the costume designer, because every costume everyone was looking their part. But I need to give credit to the cast. Of course, the casting director for picking all of these people. My favorite character was Idia, if I had mentioned before. Idia was played by Lydia Fair. She did exceptional. Every time she came on my screen, it was such a delight. Efe was played by William Benson, whom I have a connection with. Obviously, you guys know we did 2 movies together. He delivered. And now, Butchie Franklin. I'm not surprised because I've always known him as well. Like, he has delivered on every role that he has been on before. Hello, welcome if you actually came from Instagram to watch this review. Guys, I have so much to say. This is a review of To Kill a Monkey by KEMI ADETIBA. If you're a fan of Nigerian cinema, you obviously know who KEMI ADETIBA is. King of Boys. So you guys, I saw To Kill a Monkey. It's a limited series. I think it has like 6 episodes or so. And let me tell you, I slept around like 3 a.m. because I was trying to finish that film. Like, the more you watch it, the more you cannot like miss an episode. You cannot miss a scene because you feel like you've lost something. That's how intense it is. So this is a movie that is centered on, should I say, crime? Yeah. It's like I said on Instagram, the one thing that I took from it is, now why they need to help poor man with this. It put things in perspective for me, because that's why an average wealthy connected person doesn't always like to put their significantly poorer counterparts on the table. The best that they'll do for you is they're actually going to just set you up to a limit that they can still control you, because most of the time the people who have, like, poor people in quotes, as compared to wealthy people, I mean, poor people who were in the kind of situation that Efe was in, would most likely ruin you by the time they get to the table, by the time you give them a seat at the table where you have been eating from. Now, this film is centered on 2 friends, Efe and Oboz. I hope that I'm pronouncing that name right. But so Efe is someone who had struggled with life. He had gone through so much. All of his effort was never yielding any results, and he was fed up and all of that. And then he meets someone who he happened to have helped sometime back in the uni days, who is like the ringleader of a cartel, so to say. And this guy, I mean, there's something that was striking at the point where they met for me, is the fact that Oboz was looking at him like, is this what life can be? Is this really what life can be? Because he looked at this guy that was such an icon to him back in uni days, and this is what life had reduced him to. If he was working as a server at a local restaurant, and he was abused, he was physically, emotionally, mentally abused, and it didn't even help that his home was not even peaceful, so to say. And then his wife was pregnant, he couldn't afford the medical bills, his mom was sick, so many things have happened to him, and his mother-in-law was like a thorn on his flesh. And another lesson that I get from this again is the fact that you really need to be with someone whose goals and purposes align with yours, who understands the vision as well. I dare say that his wife was not entirely supportive of him. Yeah, I feel like the most that she did was caution her mom not to insult her husband. But even her had said some really hurtful things to him at his lowest. It sort of um added to the reason why he got into the life of crime. Now, whoever if it were a boss will eventually introduce him um to his business. What a boss did was that he trained young boys into cyber crime, and he dabbled into um charms and native doctor juju. So he introduced Ife to this life. But then Ife was very book smart, and he came with an idea where they were going to use artificial intelligence, like to let go of the old and embrace the new, because we're in the age of technology and all of that. And they made money. So Ife moved up from this really poor, like really poor guy, and he scaled up to be like one of the big boys in town. He was making headline news and all of that. Now, what I think destroyed them the most is the fact that their goals were not aligned. Like I said, you need to always work with someone whose goals aligns with yours. If you wanted to live the life of crime, it sort of reminds me of Tommy and Ghost from Power, because Tommy enjoyed the life of crime. He just wanted to be in it. And Ghost wanted to scale out of it. Like, he had diversified the business into other legit businesses, and he just wanted to live the life of crime. So this is what it was with Ife and Oboz. Oboz, all he knew was street life. All he knew was gang. And Ife was not about this life. He just wanted to make money. And now that he had made the money, he wanted to live the life. That's what he wanted. And then comes their Ekpa, like the godfather, like the old taker. That's what they call it. So that person, that guy used to be like the old guy that was in the business before Oboz and Ife came into the business. And he began to make demands that Oboz would not agree to. And then the threat started. They started attacking Ife's family, and Ife wouldn't take it. And again, Ekpa being the person who my phone stopped recording, by the way. I was saying, Ekpa being the very knowledgeable person, he has been on the streets for a while. He understood who the weak point was, so he was attacking Ife's family. Ife had a wife, and his wife was someone we know all too well. We grew up watching her. No question of her talents. Stella Damascus played Ife's wife. Ife was played by, hold on, I don't know if I don't know where it stopped recording, but I need to give credit to the cast. Of course, the casting director for picking all of these people. My favorite character was Idia, if I had mentioned before. Idia was played by Lydia Fair. She did exceptional. Every time she came on my screen, it was such a delight. Ife was played by William Benson, whom I have a connection with. Obviously, you guys know we did 2 movies together. I first knew him from the series Ajoche by James Omokwe, and I was taken, like, who is this guy? He's a masterpiece. He's an actor, and he was so good. And this role, of course, I was just looking at him. I think it's because I have a personal connection with him. I was looking deliberately at everything that he was doing. He delivered. And now, Butchie Franklin. I'm not surprised, because I've always known him as well. Like, he has delivered on every role that he has been on before. And I remember the last time, I don't remember what movie it was, but there was a movie he did last year, and someone made a tweet. I was like, oh, they would like to see Butchie play a romantic partner. They would like to see him in that light. And I haven't stopped thinking about it. So I do promise you guys that I'm working on it. I'm still saving my money. I like to see him break down. I like to see him vulnerable. That's the part. But in this film, he delivered. There's so many great people, and I can't believe I don't remember her name. The babe who acted as Ife's side piece, she did an amazing job as well. Again, I think she dropped her guards down. That's the reason, that was her downfall. And again, that you already know what a scorned woman can do. She's the one who dragged Ife down. She's the one who destroyed him. And thinking about Ife again, should I say he was a selfish partner? Because I can't believe that he actually was going to run away and leave her. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you leave her? And I think that he wouldn't actually had indulged himself with a side piece if his wife was as supportive as she should have been. I sensed, or I saw that at every point when he was confused or when he was at his lowest, she was his opposition. She was saying mean things to him. She removed herself from the situation. She looked at him as an entirely individualistic part of the game. She didn't think that both of them were a team, unlike Idia and her husband. And now talking about Efe's daughter that was played by Tenny Aladeche. I hope that I've not murdered your surname. But I've loved Tenny from the days of Unbroken. Unbroken is an African magic series that I happened to appear on. That's the first time that I saw her, the first time I met her. And I followed her since then. And I can't be any more proud than I am. She has, and interestingly, on the day when To Kill a Monkey was released, she had two other releases. One was in the cinemas and one was on YouTube. You guys tell me, what else is success? Having three blockbuster movies that you stare in get released on the same day. Come on. That tells you something. But then now to her character. I understand why she was the way that she was. She was abused as a child. She didn't know any better. Everything that she knows is in pain. There's a child that's screaming from the next door, the next compound. If you can hear that, my apologies. But then I understand why she thought that her redemption lied with a boss. Like, why you gonna follow your papa friend? But then again, she's an abused child. She's a victim of circumstances. That's the reason why she was the way she was. And she actually believed that Oboz was going to take her in. And oh. And it also tells on the neglect that the parents had for her. Like, she was neglected. She was sent from one home to the other. She herself said that. And that contributed to the psychological effect. That's affected her psychology and made her who she was at her present day. Moving on from Tenny's character, who else am I going to pick on? Now, Efe, Oboz liked Efe. He gave him so many benefits, but then at every point when Efe tried to stand up for himself, he insulted him, he broke him down. And if he was trying to tell, he was very erratic. He just did things. I remember the time when he was going to kill him at his child's birthday celebration or at his children's birthday celebration. And he didn't take into context that if his family was threatened, he didn't think it was serious. Again, back to what I said from the beginning. If you're working with someone, you guys have to be aligned. Your goals and priorities have to be aligned. Because if they were aligned, if both of them knew exactly what they wanted to do and they were on the same page, they should have come together and killed Ekpa, killed the elder. But they didn't. Because one person was like, oh yeah, we need to settle him. The other one was being stubborn. And even in his stubbornness, he didn't think that, oh, he needed to handle the situation, or there was something else that he was going to. There's something else that he should have done to handle the situation. Probably because his family was not directly under attack. So he could not empathize with his friend, in quotes, his brother. And you guys, I've dropped so many spoilers already, but you need to see the film. At the end of it, oh, hold on, let me give it up for the costume designer, because every costume ate. Everyone was looking their part in the film. I'm so excited talking about it. I wish the only thing that's missing from the film is me not being a part of the film. That's the only thing that's missing from me, you guys. The film was good. It was great. You should watch it. It's on Netflix. It's streaming on Netflix. And if you don't like it, come back to this comment section and cuss me out. But then the film was good. I'm thinking, whose character haven't I spoken of? And his wife, again, he needs to be, what is it? He needs to be, she needed to be more supportive of him. It's what drove him to be with another. Well, not like I'm making an excuse, but you get, there's a nuance to it. It's not so straightforward. She could have been more supportive. She could have supported him more. What? Are you saying something?
No.
Boy, why are you looking at the screen and looking at me like you're trying to tell me something?
No.
It's just my camera director. She's confusing me. But you guys, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Binge my other contents. Most especially, go and watch Silence so you can see Ife in another light. You can see him as a broken man. You can see him as someone who genuinely loves his wife. Someone who is a family man. Watch it and let me know your thoughts. You just need to search Silence on the list of my videos and you'll see it there. Why are you stopping it?
I thought you were done.
Now what? Now what? You guys need to train your camera operators better because this one is terrorizing me. Why is she terrorizing me? I don't know. I've not finished. I still have a lot to say. Go and watch the film. Go and watch To Kill a Monkey by KEMI ADETIBA. And send this review to your friends and your enemies alike so they can watch. And everybody can know the good work that we're doing in Nollywood. I feel like there's someone that I have not spoken about. But everyone ate. That's just all I want to say. I can't remember her name, Rosman. I don't know if that's her surname, but I know her because I've seen her in so many other films. The lady who acted as the side piece, she lost focus. That's the reason why she if it almost scammed her. Because Ashama know they fall in love. Why you go they fall in love? Eh? Why? Why you go they carry belly for your client? Why you losing focus? Anyway, there's so many lessons to learn from the film. Watch it and you will know. See you guys next time, my next review. See how excited I am. My cheeks are literally aching because I'm talking about film. That's how much I love the industry. That's how much I'm interested in film. I'm going on now to watch the one from the other film that Tenny acted in. It's on YouTube. What's that lady's name? I've forgotten who the producer is, but I know her name. She's a Yoruba girl. I know her name. She's a very good actor. I write it here. Ogudmola. I think that's her surname. Anyway, I'll write the name on the screen. I'm going on now to her channel to watch the other one. And Zikoko is the other movie that I have been watching. They released an episode a couple of days ago. And they've just released another one that has Michelle Dede. And this other guy who is striking. I've never seen him before, but he did very well. I haven't finished it. I'm halfway through it. I'm going to watch it now. If you do have time, you're looking for something good, a brilliant production to watch, you should watch any of these productions that I have mentioned on this review. See you guys next time. I'm talking too much.